Now this dude shaking the gate. He's shaking it. He's upset. So Marky walk over like, what's up? You know, Caleb just standing there. He like, I'm like, Marky, take Caleb to the crib. He like, no. He like, cause they gonna try to jump you. They gonna try to jump you. So the girl like, ain't nobody jumping nobody. So the dude started walking past the gate to come inside the gate door to come on the court. So I'm like, yo, if he swing, I'm swinging. Because he mad at me because I'm playing with his girl. You feel me? So he like, I said that's my girlfriend. He like, Sydney, let's go. He straight up, Sydney, let's go. So she like, I don't have to go nowhere. I'm playing on the court. You were just over there playing with your friends. So now they having it out. So he eyeing me. So I'm like, Marky, let's get ready to walk off. So we start walking off, right? Me, Marky, and Kelly, we walking off. Now, the dude that's arguing with his girl, they outside the gate. So as I'm walking, I let Marky and Caleb go first. So he like, yeah, y'all scared. Y'all a bunch of girls, especially you. You a girl. I'm like, what? He like, you a girl. I'm like, come find out if I'm a girl or not. I say, come find out. He like, oh, don't play with me, little punk. I will. I'm like, ain't nobody worried about you. I'm like, you mad because we playing basketball together? I'm like, that's all we was doing. So do I like you? I was playing basketball with you. He like, but I said it's my girlfriend and I don't want her playing with you. We don't know you. Woo, woo. He like, you don't know how we get it over here. Like, he's talking tough. He like, you don't know how we get it over here. I'm like, you don't know how we get it. I'm like, you come to my city, we'll stomp you out in Timberland boots. So we going back and forth. So the girl like Sydney like, stop. Now the sister, Sydney's sister and the other girl, they were just standing there, like just looking. So as I'm trying to like ignore dude and I'm getting ready to walk off, he like, yeah, you better walk off. I'm like, I'll stand right here. Marky like, and I'm gonna stand here too. So I'm like, Marky, I was worried about Caleb. I was worried about Caleb because first off, if anything squares off, yeah, Caleb might help, Caleb might don't. But if I'm scrapping, I don't need him to be running down there by the wishing well or going home on his own. I need to still keep my eye, I still know what's going on. So dude like, yeah, you better run, little girl. He kept calling me a little girl. Now I had the basketball in my hand. So she holding him back. Because when I looked, that's what she was doing. She let him go and he was like, yeah, little girl. And I turned around and I said, come find out. And he look. When I turned around, this dude was charging like he was an officer. He was charging like he meant business. Like he knew that the battle that he was coming up upon, that he was going to make it out safely. Mind you, I'm not thinking nothing about it. I'm like, come find out. But when I can hear this. I turned around and I look, he was already running. So I don't know why, but the first thing in my mind said, throw the basketball. And I'm talking about, I threw it. I threw the ball as hard as I could. When I say the way that I pitched this ball out, you would think I was pitching a baseball. You would think that I was on the Redskins and I'm trying to strike out the way I threw this ball. I don't know if it was built up anger because he was calling me a girl. I don't know like what it was, but normally I'm a chill, laid back person. But just because I knew you was going to sneak me and charge me, we on one. So you hear Boo Man at the same time because everything happening fast. You hear Boo Man like, Roddy Doddy, look. But it was already too late. I was already looking. As he's charging, he's like 100 going north. I'm talking about it. He got fire beneath the shoes. When he ran and I saw he got close, I put the ball to my chest and I just, and when I threw the ball, he wasn't ready for that. Because the way he was, he wasn't ready. His nose started leaking blood. He like, you threw the ball at me. So he grabbed the ball. He tried to throw the ball at me. He throwing it all crazy. By that time, Marky come in, right? So the dude, his friends tried to hurry up and run around the gate. So I hurried up and I pulled the gate. And it was a lock on there. I locked it. I locked the gate because they had the gate. Man, when we went over there, certain stuff was open. Like the pool, the volleyball area. But she had plugged that, which her stuff, her key and stuff, she could unlock the stuff, right? So I locked the gate straight up because first off, it would have outweighed us. It would have outweighed us because he had another dude and another dude with him. I got Boo Man right, you know what I'm saying, inside. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I can't really risk of extra people coming in, especially touching Boo Man. So when I locked it, I knew it's just us, baby. So it was just me, his girlfriend, him, Marky, Caleb, and her friends. Well, her sister and her friend. And they were just standing there. So we weren't worried about them. So he like, unlock the gate. Let my guys in. So he's talking like the way he was talking was buff. I said, no. I said, swing. Ain't that what you wanted to do? So Marky like, man, Rody Dody, swing on him right now. He was gonna run up on you. Swing on him right now. So I'm like, no, I ain't gonna swing. Marky said, you ain't gonna swing? Cause I'm gonna swing. I'm like, no, we ain't gonna swing, right? So the girl like, y'all, please stop. She's yelling the whole time. Please stop. Please stop. I'm going to go get the security guard. I'm going to get please don't touch him. Don't touch him. She's telling us, don't touch him. I'm like, yeah, you scared. So as I'm getting ready, he like, I'm not scared. I'm like, call me a girl again. He like, girl, female, woman. Then he called me the P word. I just turned around, right? He was right there. She was holding him. I just turned around. Fuck up. Hit him. So he moved him. He moved it. He attacked me. Boom, I hit the ground. So Marky grabbed him. Right off me. He like, no, it's one-on-one. Marky did not swing, though. I gotta give Marky 100% gold star medal. Because Marky, he would have swung. Marky pulled him up, right up off me. I hurried up, boom, get up. I'm like, yeah, come on. He like, you lucky you got 2-on-1. You lucky you got 2-on-1. Woo, woo. She like, calm down, Sydney, calm down. Tell him to calm down. I'm like, yo, how I get out this gate? How I get out? So the dudes out there like, yeah, as soon as you get out, we gonna handle you. We gonna handle you. So we could tell that they was the tough cookies. He was never the tough cookie. He wasn't the tough cookie. He might have been the alpha dog, but he ain't never the tough cookie. He ain't really holding no weight. So they like, yeah, when you come out here, woo, woo. So Marky like, y'all ain't gonna touch us. I got my little brother right here, man. Don't touch my little brother. They like, we ain't gonna touch him. We ain't gonna touch. We're gonna touch you, though. We're gonna touch you. Woo, they popping their necks and heads. So I'm like, oh man, I'm finna have to fight. So I say, Boo Man, listen. When we get outside this gate, go to the other side where we was playing basketball at and tell the lady it's a fight over here. Now, it was the only reason why is because, first off, I don't know how things run. I don't want to get in more trouble than I'm already in. So I knew when to call on an emergency help, okay? I didn't need to do it all the time, but at certain times, I knew when to do it, right? So Caleb was like, okay, I'm scared. I'm like, don't be. He like, you want me to help you? I'm like, no. Go over there to the main pool area and let the lady know that they're about to try to fight us. Caleb said, okay. So the girl was like, I got the key, but she like, it's outside by the pool area where we was by the pool area where we put our stuff at. So as soon as we came in, we dropped all our stuff by the pool area, and then we went to go do the volleyball. So I was like, so how we getting out? So she like, somebody had to come get us out. I say, okay, how is somebody gonna come get us out? She was like, well, my phone is over there. I'm like, oh my God. So Marky like, we stuck in here. Now the gate was high. So somebody had to climb the gate. So the boyfriend, he like, no, he like, y'all find a way to open it. Now y'all got me locked up in here. Da, 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 da. He steady stepping off. I'm like, I don't like this guy. I don't like this guy. So I'm like, look, I'll hop the gate. Marky wasn't gonna hop it. Marky is not good with gates. Now the pool is right there. So, you know what I'm saying? All I gotta do is get to the swimming pool and I'm good. I see all our clothes, all our stuff piled up right there, right? Their jackets, their everything. Because when they got to the pool area, they took off their stuff and they had their little stuff on underneath. So I'm like, I see their stuff, but we just gotta climb this long gate. So I'm like, I'll climb it. Marky like, what? I'm like, yeah, he like, that's too far. You gonna hurt yourself when it's time to jump. I'm like, I'm not gonna jump. I'm just gonna bring myself down. Like, why would I climb all the way up? That's not even jumpable. That is not even choppable. Why would I even do that to myself? So I went on ahead. I was like, I'm a climber. So Sydney like, you sure? So he like, why you care about him? You don't even know him. Ooh, she like, I'm just asking. Why are you so jealous? Ooh, so they argue. So I'm like, yo, make sure he don't touch me, Marky. Marky like, I got you. Don't worry. So I'm climbing. Boom, 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 boom. I'm talking about I'm climbing. Okay, and the way the gate at the top is, the rest of the gate points out towards you. So it's like little spikes, but it points out towards you. So when you do lift that leg over, you better lift it high. Because, baby, the way that I had to put my leg over that word about the crotch area was crazy work. So I finally get up there. I'm like, all right, now all I got to do is put my leg over, right? So I put my leg over it. Boom, I'm like, I feel the thing just scratching my leg, right? I got shorts on, so I just feel it just coming up, just grazing my leg. I'm like, ugh. They like, be careful, be careful. So he looking like you really up here telling this dude to be careful? I pull myself down. Spider-Man. I felt like the jock, you feel me? Spider, your man didn't do it. Boom, I ran. I'm like, hey, I'm going to just bring all the clothes. She like, no, mine's the blue shorts. Mine's the blue shorts. So I stuck my hand in the blue shorts, got the keys. Boom. I give it to them through the gate thing, and they unlock it. Pop, pop. So as we unlocking it, the guy straight, boom, in the back of my head. I give them the key in the gate. The guys was like not close to the gate door. They was like a couple of ways down. I could still see them. But once I handed the key and Marky goes to put it in, and I'm looking, paying attention, making sure dude don't spike Marky, they getting ready to spike me from the back. Boom, I feel the impact. I turn around. I'm like, man, you just hit me? Whoop, I grabbed him. Now, when I grabbed him by his shirt, it was more like, don't play with me. But when he hit me as I'm grabbing him, whoop, I'm like, wow. Headbutted him. My favorite recipe. Wow, I headbutt him. He like, oh, my head. The other dude, he goes to swing on me. By that time, Marky is out. When I say Marky is dragging the dude and Caleb is helping, when I say Caleb was thorough. Sydney and her friends, they come, they try to break it up. She's like, yo, stop. By that time, as it's going down, it's a security coming to do a walkthrough anyway, and happen to see us, right? So they're like, hey, they pick us up. Hey, stop that, cut it out, right? Cut it out. Break us up. They're like, leave right now. Don't come back no more today. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Leave. So we leave out, right? So they're like, yeah, what's up? So security guy like, no, y'all go that way. Let them go their way. Leave them alone, right? So as the security guard is saying that, or the watchman or whatever, that let me know that wasn't their first rodeo. Probably picking with people. You know what I'm saying? So they telling them like, and that was in that direction. Like, why would they tell, what if you live down this way? You know what I'm saying? So boom, we walking off. So Marky like, you good? I'm like, yeah, I'm straight. Marky like, my knuckles. So Marky had like a little like, phew. Like if something was wrong, like you could tell that he hit something. So I'm like, don't let mom see it. Because mom is the type that when you walk in the house, she looking at everything, even though it don't look like she looking at everything. So she'll be like, why you got that little scratch on her? Like, just tell her you bumped or you hit something. So as we walking, right? We steady walking. I hear somebody like, slow down. I'm not going to keep following you. So I'm like, I turned around and it's Sydney. I'm like, I waited, I stopped. I didn't even walk to her because it could be a setup. I didn't even walk to her. Marky like, why you stopping? I'm like, let me see what she got to say. He like, all right. So when she gets up close, she like, I'm sorry. I'm like, about what? She like, about what just happened. I'm like, what, about him calling me a girl or about, she was like, no, it's not about that. He just get really jealous over me and da-da-da. I'm like, oh, okay. She like, but tomorrow night, I'm having a party. If you want to come over. I'm like, you having a party? She like, yeah. She like, you got a phone number? I'm like, no, I don't got a phone. She like, what? I'm like, yeah, I don't got a fan. I'm like, long story. I'm just on punishment. I go to like this alternative school. She like, oh, you're bad. I'm like, I'm not bad, I promise. She like, it's okay. I like bad boys. I'm like, bad boys. She like, wait, you're not a girl, right? I'm like, no, I'm not stuck on that part. I'm stuck on the bad part. She like, yeah, I like bad boys. I'm like, your guy's a bad boy. He was trying to fight me. She like, he's trying to fight everybody. She like, but yeah, well, how about you walk with me and I write my number down? I'm like, all right, cool. She like, none of your brothers got a phone? I'm like, Caleb do, but he don't get it with him. So she like, just walk back with me. So I'm like, all right. So I'm like, hey, y'all, turn around, walk with me. So they like, man, we almost. I'm like, come on. So Marky like, man. I'm like, come on. So as they get closer, we goes back inside with a, we walk down there with a pool area. Boom. She write her number down. She like, you see this house right there? So she was showing me from the back area. She like, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You see that corner building? The 6th building. She like, I stay up there all the way at the top. I'm like, all the way at the top? She like, yeah, it's a pool and everything up there. I'm like, oh, really? She like, yeah, you should come by. I'm like, all right, tomorrow night. I'm like, what time? She like, when is nighttime for you? I'm like, I don't know, 8, 9? She like, no, 9. I'm like, okay, 9. I'm like, cool. So she like, can I have a hug? I'm like, hey, sure your boyfriend not gonna get mad? She like, I said, can I have a hug? Not my boyfriend. I'm like, what's the hug for? She was like, because you climbed over the gate, you got the key, and you tried to stand your ground. I'm like, she like, I think he probably broke his nose. I'm like, I broke it? She like, yeah, he keep complaining about it. She like, just give me a hug. I'm like, where is he now? She like, he's waiting on me. He's by my house. I'm like, he stay with you? She like, no, he stay a couple of buildings over. What type of foolishness? So I go on ahead, boom, I give her a hug. I hug her tight. She was like, oh, you give out good hugs. I'm like, so Sydney, right? She like, yeah, Sydney, and your name? I'm like, Rody Dody. She like, your name? I'm like, Roshan. She like, Roshan, I like that. I'm like, thanks. I'm like, it's an Indian name. She like, oh, that's pretty cool. I'm like, yeah. So she like, call me. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna call you private so you can know it's me. She like, private? I'm like, yeah, like unknown. She was like, why? I'm like, because so you can know it's me. She like, okay, I'll keep that in mind. Boom. She leaves. But when she leaves out the thing, she hits this thing. She got a Porsche. It was a, gee, that's why I was like, yo, these are some rich. Like, I thought we had the bread. I was like, I couldn't believe my eyes. Like, she didn't ask me that I would have ride or nothing. She bounced her way on out. And so Marky like, what happened? Wait, whoa, she's driving that. Caleb like, yeah, that's bad. You know what? Like, you know what I'm saying? He cussed with him. I'm like, hey, watch your mouth. He like, no, that's nice. I only see that on the first, like on the GTAs and stuff. All right, so he's talking right. So I'm looking at him like, this dude is something. Yo, this dude is something else, right? This dude is something else. So I'm like, yo, she invited us to a party. So he like, she invited us to a party. It's tomorrow, 9 p.m. He like, and why are we going to her party? I'm like, cause we want to have fun. He like, is the dude gonna be there? I'm like, and if he is, he like, is the girls gonna be there? The girl I like? I'm like, that's her sister. He like, all right, we down. I'm like, all right, let's go. I'm like, we gotta walk back home.